Hello, my name is Bruce Douglas. I'm a volunteer docent here on the Hornet. I actually did serve on board the Hornet. I was on board from late 1968 through decommissioning in 1970. I was on board for Apollos 11 and 12. And yes, I am having more fun now than I did back then. Where are we now? We're on Mount 51. The Hornet did have a lot of armament through the years, but as the ship progressed and planes got heavier, more and more armament was removed. When the Hornet was decommissioned in 1970, she was down to 4 5-inch 38 guns, what we're standing in front of now. The 5-inch 38, the round is 5 inches in diameter, and the barrel is 190 inches long. They divide the length of the barrel by the diameter of the bullet, and that comes up with the 38. So 5-inch 38, 5 times 38, you get the 190-inch barrel. The gun, it would be manned by about 14 men, and the gun could fire approximately 14 rounds a minute. The idea was just to fill the sky with shrapnel. They're not really trying to hit the airplane. They want to fill the sky with shrapnel and let the airplane fly into the shrapnel. Here we have what the 5-inch 38 fires. It's the bullet, so to speak. It comes in two pieces. We have the explosive part, the actual bullet. It has a couple of different types of fuses on it. It has a timer. They can actually set a certain number of seconds. And when the bullet fires, it starts the timer, and in that set amount of time, the bullet would explode. Again, they're not really trying to hit the airplane. They're just trying to fill the sky with shrapnel. They just want to get close. Also, there was a proximity sensor in it. Later on, when they came up with the technology of a battery, it still was a wet cell, but it was a battery. It had enough electronics that they could put a proximity sensor in the fuse, and when the bullet got within 75 feet of the airplane, it would sense the airplane and explode then. The bullet was projected. It was actually went in as two pieces. It was projected by the powder charge, and backing up, the bullet weighs approximately 40 pounds. 50 pounds, the powder charge weighs approximately 40 pounds. So the bullet would go in first, the powder charge would go in next. They'd close the breech, aim the gun, and fire. Initially in World War II, when the Hornet was commissioned, the 5-inch 38 was fired manually. There would be men on it, as you've seen in the movies, turning the two cranks. It was hydraulically assisted. It got a little assist hydraulics, but it was still pretty manual. In about the mid-50s, we came up with the technology of the fire control radar. Here we have the fire control radar. There would actually be two men in here. It would be pretty comfortable, I'm sure, but the two men in there, they would initially lock on to the airplane with the radar, and once they locked on, the radar would track the airplane and send information in. We have in the back room here, we have a 1960s technology computer, and the computer would take this airplane speed, the ship speed, roll and pitch of the ship, and combine that all together and aim the gun and fire it on its own. So here we have one of the open drawers from the fire control mechanism. As I explained, this is one of the parcel of taking in the ship speed, the airplane speed, roll and pitch of the ship, and aiming the gun at the airplane. It's 1960s technology, vacuum tubes. This is interesting. There's a hand-bound wiring. It's laced by hand. Pretty interesting piece of old equipment.